Okay, let's make our first recording, but to make our first recording we actually need to start out by creating a song to record into. Press Utility and Song. Now we have all of these choices here within Song Edit, and there are even more choices if you cursor to the right. Do you remember that little icon up there? It's showing us there's more screens to the right. If we cursor onto the right, sure enough there are another 4 choices here within Song Edit, and the cursor changes to the left so we can see that there are 2 pages of all of these song choices, all of these Song Edit choices within Song Edit. So that gives us a total of 8 things we can do down Song Edit. It's a long-winded explanation, but basically this is going to be the same way whenever you get down to any of these screens. Just look at this icon here and it can show you that there are a number of other choices that we can make. Okay, so let's make up a new song. So we'll hit the second one here, and we're given the choice of 3 different record modes. Just like back in the days when you used to record onto a VCR with several speed or quality settings, you can decide how you want to use your smart media card. Do you want to use the highest quality settings and burn through its memory quickly, or get the longest record times of the card with a slight reduction of quality? There are 3 settings: Hi-Fi, Standard, and Long. For a listing of the maximum record times, you can actually look in the manual on page 38. If quality is your goal, use Hi-Fi. Long record times, then use Long. You actually get 50% more out of the card in the long setting, but the quality may go down slightly. Okay, once you have a new song created, recording it is just as simple as connecting an input, arming a track, and hitting record. But like any recording process, the key to great recordings is in level settings. I'll select Hi-Fi and Execute. Now, when that's done, I'll press Input and we'll have a few choices here. Input, we have 4 choices. The 1/4-inch guitar input for direct input of a high Z guitar or bass. The internal microphone, that's the one right here. The line in, we could do that, which takes an 1/8-inch stereo connector like this. This being a tip ring sleeve connector means that you can take a stereo input that can be recorded onto 2 different tracks. The other side of this cable terminates into something like this. So you could take, say, the output of a stereo keyboard or drum machine or whatever and plug it into here. And this being a stereo jack, you can record in stereo, or if you want to record in mono, just connect up one of these guys. The last selection here is for an external microphone. You could use a cable that takes an 1/8-inch connector, just like this guy here, and maybe puts it out to an XLR for a dynamic mic. You can also use a plug-in condenser mic that supports plug-in power. Keep in mind, this is not the 48 volt phantom power that you'll normally find on high dollar professional mics. It's actually a current of about 2.5 volts. Now, signal levels coming into this or any other mixer for that matter will vary widely depending on what you're plugging in. For instance, say dynamic microphones have a very small signal level compared to that of, say, a CD player plugged into a line input. The micro BR can compensate for these various input levels by the use of the sensitivity settings. You can adjust for variances in that signal level by using the sensitivity setting up here. And as long as sensitivity, as that has focus, you can cursor back and forward here. As long as it has that focus, we can adjust the sensitivity higher or lower right there. Let's give this an example of selecting the internal microphone, and I'll exit back to the main screen. And you can see that we're not really living in the top 3 bars. That's where I want my optimal level to be, so that my peaks live in the top 3 bars here. Let's bump up the sensitivity 3 dB. So input, we've selected our internal microphone. Let's bump that up 3 dB and see how that. Wouldn't it be awesome to get free weekly advice from an expert in the pro audio industry? An expert who's worked with the biggest names in the business, including Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Phil Collins, Chicago, Diana Ross, Mary J. Blige, and Aretha Franklin. For a limited time, ProAudioDVDs.com has put together an entire year-long course on all the stuff you want to know. It gets delivered in high-resolution videos and articles to your email inbox every week. Oh, and get this, it's free. So, why the heck do we give away $197 of free Pro Audio training? That's just how we roll. I'm David Wells, and you're just minutes away from your first lesson. Go to www.ProAudioDVDs.com and sign up for the Pro Audio Academy. That's www.ProAudioDVDs.com and sign up in the little yellow box.